All right, boys. We're a few videos deep. It's time for the juicy stuff. It's dual wield unholy DK. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll just cut that out later. It's time for dual wield unholy DK. PreRaid BiS and Phase 1 BiS. I'm super excited for all my more boys out there. This is the time, baby. I know it seems like a meme, but seriously, this build is ridiculous, and it actually does stupid damage. It's really, really good. This is going to be PreRaid and Phase 1 BiS list that you can use if you are going for the dual wield unholy DK build. We've talked about it a million times with Whitewolf. If you haven't seen that video, I'll post a link to it in my description below. I'll even post Whitewolf's guide to dual wield unholy DK if you're interested in something like that. I'll leave the link to that in the description below. Assuming you understand dual wield unholy DK, how it works, how it functions, what stats matter, all of that going forward, this is going to be your PreRaid and Phase 1 BiS list. You can use this as a tool for you while building out your characters. Quickly, I just want to go over talents. These are the talents that we're running with in Phase 1. It's either really good choices for you. These are the glyphs that you definitely want to run. We are opting to not go for the Scourge Strike here. Instead, we're going to get 2 points in Dirge and only have 1 point in Epidemic. This is the decision that we went with here for our Phase 1 BiS, especially PreRaid. Now, PreRaid setup. We're only ending up with a 290 hit rating. That's actually great. And this is the setup that we're going with. So we're going with the blacksmithing helm, Spike Titan Steel helm. We're going with the blue gold amulet of the kings coming from Utgard Pinnacle. Just like with every DK PreRaid BiS list, we are going with the pauldrons of Berserking from Sunwell. If you are unable to obtain pauldrons because maybe pre-patch was too fast for you or something like that, go with something like Snaked in Spalders. These are going to be a great choice for you from Gundrak. Another good choice is the Spalders of the Giant Lords from Sons of Hodir, revered. Even if you wanted another choice, you could go for Troll Woven Spalders from Leatherworking if you want to get those crafted, or even Spalders of the Kair's Thief from Nexus Heroic, or there's another leather shoulder. Here they are. Anket Old Kingdom, Sprinting Spalders, 42 expertise, ridiculously large amount of expertise here on these shoulders if you really felt like you wanted the expertise. Those are a bunch of options for you, but the best in slot is definitely Pauldrons of Berserking. Cloak of the Bloodied Waters, by far and away the best cloak for us to go. We go here. Oh, this enchant is actually wrong. We're going to go with Haste here. We're going to go with 23 Haste. Tier Chest is definitely by far and away the best tier, or the best slot here. So we get this from Emblem of Heroism, just like with every PreRaid BiS list. And of course, no surprise here, we're going with Vengeance Binding. These bracers are just really, really, really good. Super underrated, forgotten about all the time, and 23 hit is great because we definitely need hit on our DKs. Now, the weapon setup is what I'm running right now just for a human, for example. Titan Steel Bone Crusher is going to be amazing for you. Definitely get this crafted and run with this. A second option for your offhand, there's a bunch of options we could go with here. If you're a whale and you have a ton of money and you see a Kroll Cleaver on the auction house, go for it, but this is probably going to sell for a fortune. Another option could be Red Sword of Courage. Just a lot of damage right here on this sword. Good hit as well. There's also a lot of good blue swords here, like this one from Azul Narub. This one's great. This one from Knights of the Ebon Blade Heroic, or Revered, is super good. There's even Stalactite Chopper, which I like to run a lot if I'm playing Orc, just right off the jump, because this only requires Sons of Hodir Revered. So this axe is amazing. So there's a bunch of options with weapons, but this is what I'm going to be recommending for now. Of course, we're going to be going with Fallen Crusader in the main hand and Black Magic in the offhand, just with this setup. For tier, we're going with tier gloves. I mean, for gloves, we're going with tier gloves here, of course. And belt, definitely pretty much the only belt that you really want to be considering here is Verdungo's Barbarian Cord. Just very, very good. The legs are by far and away the best legs here, are the staggering leg plates. And we basically mandatory have to get these because of the 80 hit. So make sure when you're running Heroic Utgard Keep that you are the only plate wearer in the party who could get these. Because these are one of the most mandatory slots in your setup, PreRaid. For boots, we go with Death Entered Sabatons, although another really good option are the Obliterator Greaves coming from Violet Hold Heroic. These are just really rare to see because Violet Hold, again, you only get a certain amount of bosses and there's a bunch to pick from, and even then those have to drop your specific item. So it's a very rare boot to see. So if you don't see them, go with these. Both are good. For pre-raid, I would like to recommend going with the Ring of Scarlet Shadows, especially because that 38 hit is phenomenal. This ring is super good for Unholy DK. And then Ring of the Kirin Tor. However, Ring of the Kirin Tor, again, costs 8.5k gold. If that's a little too steep for you, there's a couple other good options. Some that come to mind are like the Titanium Impact Band, if you want to get that crafted from Jewel Crafting. That one's good. Gundrak Heroic drops another Expertise Ring. All the physical DPS in the game are going to want this one. This is a great choice for you. And even then, another good one is the Morbius Band. I love Morbius Band from Culling a Stratholme Heroic. This is going to be a great choice for you as well. Oh, and last but not least, of course, Band of Frosted Thorns. This Strength Ring is just phenomenal from Nexus Heroic. So those are all great options for you for rings. And then trinkets, of course, we're going with Meteorite Whetstone and Darkwing Karn Greatness Strength, obviously. Lastly, our Sigil, we go with Sigil of the Wild Buck. This is actually your best in slot for the phase. So while you're leveling, you may as well just go over to Grizzly Hills, knock out the PvP dailies, get this. Takes you about 5-10 minutes and you're done. Best in slot Sigil secured. Now, moving forward with the Phase 1 full BiS setup, this is what we will be running. Hopefully something close to it if you don't already have this exact setup. So we're going with Obsidian Great Helm, by far the best plate helm in the game. Of course, note the gems here. We're running with Thundering in the meta, and we have our tier to get the socket bonus and to activate the meta, all here in the helm. Our best neck is definitely the EOE neck, although I will say Caller of Disillusion, the hit expertise one from Nax 10 Man, is super good, and so is the Nax 10 KT neck as well. Gem of Imprisoned Vassals. These are all great. Even Fool's Trial is another good option too, because it has 28 hit on it. So there's a bunch of good necks just in general for you to pick from. But of course, the best one is definitely going to be Favor of the Dragon Queen. We are getting 2-piece bonus here, so we're getting a Valorous Scourge Bone. These shoulders are really easy to obtain, definitely your best. Although I will give an honorable mention to the Trash Shoulders, as these Trash Shoulders with 75 hit rating are ridiculous. If you can get your hands on these Trash Shoulders and just run with them for a little while you're sorting out some hit situations with your gear, go for it. This is a great choice for you. These shoulders are ridiculously good. Of course, the only option here, Drape of the Deadly Foe, just by far and away the best cloak for us to use. And of course, we're running with Tier Chest here. Bracers is definitely Bracers of Unrelenting Attack. No surprise here. These are obviously the best Bracers in the game. They have a hit rating for us, a bunch of hit, plus a socket, and a lot of strength. Just by far and away the best. Best weapons are definitely Last Laugh, Double Last Laugh. These are definitely going to be the most DPS for you for Dual Wield Unholy DK. However, if, say, for example, you are Alliance and you don't, want to be running double axes, or you're just super unlucky, all the tanks took all the Last Laughs and you just don't have enough to go around to you, completely fine. Instead, I would recommend running with this setup. Let's go with Silent Crusader in main hand and Hailstorm in the offhand. Boom, you're good to go. Solid BiS list choice right there. These will be doing you just fine. We're going to go with Zelix for the gloves. And Zelix, definitely a little underrated, but also could be selling for a fortune on your auction house. So try to get your guild to just either sponsor you or just hand you one of these, because no one else in the guild should want them except for you. Girdle of Chivalry, definitely our best belt. It's not even close. It's just like Braces of Unrelenting Attack. These are just by far and away the best belt. Now, legs. Legs are interesting. These are definitely your best legs, simming out to be the most valuable legs for you for Dual Wield Unholy. Although I will give a quick honorable mention to Leggings of the Honored. The only caveat is that the Riveted A-Bomb legs, nobody wants. Absolutely nobody wants. You will get these when they drop. Leggings of the Honored, however, even though it's a debatable, like, interchangeable item, are super contested. It's a 226 eye level leather leg that has more hit and more gem sockets, which is nice. It has a little bit less haste, and it just sims out to be a little bit less valuable for you when you know that rogues and ferals are going to be wanting to get their hands on Leggings of the Honored. So, I would pick your battles and just go with Riveted, but if you really want Leggings of the Honored, go for it. Melancholy Sabaton is definitely going to be your best in slot boots here, for sure. Ruthlessness is definitely going to be your best in slot ring. Strong-handed ring, of course, also being your next best ring. I will give a huge shout out to Surge Handle Ring. Surge Handle Ring is phenomenal and basically identical stats to Strong-handed Ring, giving you more hit and basically swapping hit for crit. I mean, haste for crit. is a really, really good ring. It's BOE, comes from EOE 10, so if you want to pick this up in the meantime, go for it. Although you'll likely see 100 strong handed rings drop all throughout phase 1 because it's a shared loot table ring. And then, of course, the same trinkets and same sigil as your pre-raid BiS. Now, that's it. Now, if you've never heard of Dual Wield Unholy DK, or if you find a lot of this this information very confusing and very strange and definitely unorthodox, I get it. Trust me, I was you. I've been there. I've had my questions and concerns about Dual Wield Unholy DK, but if you are not a believer in the Morb ways, I would kindly direct you to the 3 resources. 1, you can listen to Whitewolf's guide on Dual Wield Unholy DK. 2, you can listen to Whitewolf's and we had an interview on my YouTube channel. Go check that out to get some more info on Dual Wield Unholy. And 3, go to the DK Discord. The DK class Discord talks about it constantly. Whitewolf is there. The DK mods there are pretty informative. Everyone there is really, really helpful, really sweet. It's a great place to be. If you have any question about Dual Wield Unholy, go there. Or join my Discord channel, and I'll try to answer your questions for you. But that's it. I'll leave all these links in the description below for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be sending you more very soon. Thanks. Peace out.